Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, guys, we got one hell of a banger, bro. Well, at least I think it is. I'm gonna assume I didn't actually watch it yet, so we'll figure that out together. We got a video titled 6 NBA Stars in the Worst Current Situations. This is a video by Swish Out, link to his channel in the description below. So basically, man, we're gonna see which players are listed, and being just the NBA knowledgeable god that I am, I do okay. I'm okay. I'm not the best. I'm no king of the fourth quarter, bro. I mean, but my knowledge is, you know, it's all right. I'm going to tell you guys what these players need to do to fix their circumstance. Here we go, man. Also, if you guys can drop a like on this video before we get going, would be greatly appreciated. Here we go, man. All right, here we go.
As we can see, some of these NBA stars are just left in bad situations. Some of them can be fixed.
Oh, Russ going to Detroit.
Trade. And some are just stuck, like it's nothing they can do. Real quick, all of my OGs, make sure y'all drop that like button. Turn on those post notifications.
Yes,
all my newbies, if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button and join. You'll thank me later, so just join right now.
You'll thank him later, guys.
Since we already went there with them in the intro, let's just start with them. Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is on one of the worst streaks in NBA history. This is like his 6th All-Star.
No one wants to play with him, man.
And it's really starting to make him look even worse than it did before. I'm not even going to ride the hype and make it seem like it's all Russell's fault, because you want to know another big reason stars keep leaving Oklahoma City?
Because it's Oklahoma City?
It's in Oklahoma City.
No
disrespect to that place. I've been there before, so
You can't say, okay, you can't disrespect the place and then say no disrespect. Like, by saying it's okay, CJ, but then saying no disrespect. It is disrespect in the end of the day. I mean, it's fine. Come on, man, I'm from the Detroit area. I hear that shit all the time, man. Detroit's actually got some pretty nice places. By the way, with Russell, that's how you fix your situation. Come to Detroit, come play Blake Griffin. We'll love you here, man. We'll love you here in the Motor City.
I'm not just talking. When I was in North Texas, I've been there. But no star with millions of dollars wants to be there for the longevity of their prime.
Why not?
One, it's not like it's a serious winning culture there. And even if it was, that doesn't even matter nowadays.
A lot of tornadoes.
The Spurs have like the winningest culture of the last 2 decades, yet when's the last time you heard of a star picking San Antonio? I mean, I guess you can say LaMarcus Aldridge, but he did grow up in Texas. He played middle school, high school.
They draft so damn nice out there that it's like, okay, we don't gotta get a superstar. You know, we draft the superstars, and that's kind of their thing. We trade for the superstars, like Kawhi Leonard. You know, Tim Duncan draft him and everything. It's like they don't need to go out there and seek out guys. They got a system. It works.
College, all that in Texas, so he's an exception, but other than that, you don't really hear superstars picking San Antonio. They usually draft their stars. So for Russell, it's not all his fault why people keep leaving Oklahoma City. Now, his situation can be fixed if you go to Miami. I've been hearing that, but other than that, I don't know what's next for him at 31 years old.
I mean, Oladipo plays in Indiana now. Not saying Indiana's bad place.
Y'all remember that
like,
Love dude that used to play with LeBron? He used to be like a hawk 6 years ago with all these rebounds and crazy stats. What the hell ever happened to him? I swear, if I was just coming back from like a year-long break from life and I didn't see anything, I would have thought Kevin Love retired or something, because he's on vacations, he's living his life, he's tweeting about NBA.
Well, damn, we got a $180 million contract.
It doesn't even seem like he's an NBA player anymore. Anyways, after being the last one to join the Big Three in 2014, he's also unfortunately the last to leave. He's about to be 31 years old.
Only one that signed the extension, though.
And he's a part of a historically bad franchise on a rebuild. Like, what the hell? Now, there has been reports about him being traded to maybe Golden State. That makes a lot of sense, and I'll touch on that a little bit later. But to me, that's the only thing that makes real sense at this exact point of his career. So
come on, make a damn shot! No wonder nobody wants you no more, man. Look at that. Freaking break 2 threes in a row. You ain't no Crispy Flakes.
For some reason, it feels like when LeBron left him, so did the rest of the NBA. Like, when's the last time you heard Kevin Love in a real basketball sentence? Exactly. Now, next, Chris Paul. I know it's funny to make fun of Chris Paul because he's little, he's delusional at times, he's on the back end of his career, and he seems like a little bit of a laughingstock. But if you really look at the James Harden beef, Chris Paul is 100% right. He's a point guard, one of the best of all time, mind you. And he's playing with a player that just almost
broke Russell Westbrook's
record for the highest usage rate in a season. What is he supposed to do with that?
I ain't passing your bitch ass here. You make fun of my man boobs. Unless you're better than me. in which case James Harden is, so he should pass him. Okay, it checks out.
Like, we can all laugh at Chris Paul and say, oh, nobody wants you, you're crying and all this stuff, but his argument is a legit claim. Russell Westbrook, when he was hogging the ball in 2016, although it probably wasn't right, we all understood it because he had just lost KD, so he had a point to prove. James Harden's usage rate was just number 1, 7 points above anybody else, while Chris Paul's usage rate was like at 57th, down there with Dennis Schroeder, Jabari Parker, and Marvin Bagley, players like that. So that's pretty sad. And the worst part is the fact that his contract is so large, no one is going to trade for him. So he's just going to have to watch James Harden dribble 2 or 3 years.
How do you fix Chris Paul's situation? That's a tough one. You need to like trade him to a team that's young enough that has like solid players that are still on like rookie deals or like second go around contracts that Chris Paul could, like, his leadership can give him the next level. Like, honestly, a team I was considering before they got Kemba Walker, of course, was the Boston Celtics. I thought like the Boston Celtics, because Tatum's not getting paid yet, Jaylen Brown's not getting paid yet. Would not, especially would have kept Al Horford. That would have been like a decent replacement for Kyrie because it would have still allowed for Jason Tatum to be like the number 1 option out there. But you still have the guy that makes everybody around him pretty much better. You would say in Chris Paul. I still think Chris Paul holds true to that. So
years of his career away. I mean, at least like he's massively paid. So that's that. Now next, KarlAnthony Towns.
Yeah.
I'm not a Cat fan at all. I mean, I know he's talented, but I would like to see a little bit more dog in him. But you can't deny his talent. Last year, this man averaged 24 points, 12 rebounds, 52%
That's dog right there, man.
40% from
That's
deep.
up dog, bro.
40% from deep as a damn big.
Who let the dogs out?
That he averaged 42%. So that's some unreal numbers if you really look at it. But honestly, I really don't like his situation. Just like Russell Westbrook, he's in a pretty small market with a team that historically never has been too relevant. Most of their real stars end up leaving because it's no real success there. And historically for Minnesota, for some odd reason, it's always been their bigs that end up leaving. Kevin Love, Kevin Garnett, and now he's going to be...
Which I want to make my point to that. How does KarlAnthony Towns fix this situation? He continues to put up big-time numbers, and you just wait. Because eventually, you're going to get pissed off. I know he's got a big contract right now, I believe. I think he signed an extension. So you either wait out that contract and eventually you just sign with the Lakers or Boston Celtics like, KG did or whatever. Or, Kevin Love, of course, went to the Cavaliers via trade. So you just kind of wait it out. And in the meantime, maybe something happens. Maybe Jared Culver becomes decent. Maybe Andrew Wiggins gets traded for some sort of talent. Or maybe all of a sudden he becomes good. Probably not. But just wait.
Be the next K that ends up leaving.
Not old.
And you can count on that. Andrew Wiggins... he still hasn't lived up to his hype. They have Robert Covington, Jeff Teague.
They said the next LeBron James. How do you live up to that?
It's just going to get ugly for them in the Western Conference. At this specific point, the West is just way too loaded. Like, the West is literally like 10 deep with teams. Like, you got teams even like the Pelicans that's still good. The Spurs that's still... so you have so many teams. They're going to be maybe 11th, 12th in the Western Conference. And you just hate to see a talented big like that not really maximizing this potential because he's losing. So it kind of just sucks for Cat. Now, next on this list, kind of the exact same thing, Devin Booker. Now, I know some people may say, nah, D Book and the Suns, they actually have a squad this year. They got DeAndre Ayton, Ricky Rubio. They just got that rookie Cam Johnson from North Carolina. They got all that, but
they're okay.
That was the same thing y'all said last year when they had Jamal Crawford and all that time. So I don't really want to hear that.
I mean, Jamal Crawford, 39 billion years old, or Cam Johnson, new upcoming rookie in the NBA. I think there's a little bit of a difference right there. DeAndre Ayton had a low-key rookie, great rookie season. What was he, second or third place in Rookie of the Year voting? He's going to be a year better. They got rid of Josh Jackson, who sounds like he was a bad locker room guy. Mikal Bridges, I think he's going to still be a solid player. He's going to be a second-year player. I like their situation personally. They got Ricky Rubio. I think he complements Devin Booker very nicely. I think he's a guy that will be able to get the ball to DeAndre Ayton more. Good at stealing the basketball. Defense is okay.
They're in the Western Conference, and none of that young stuff is working. I made a video about Devin Booker earlier this year, and pretty much I was just talking about how you can't leave him on a team alone as the sole star and expect him to carry a team.
They got DeAndre.
To me, he's always been in that same class with Bradley Beal, CJ McCollum, like that class, but he's not Kobe Bryant. I always hated those egregious comparisons because he's just not that guy. And to me, that's not even a knock on him. I just
Kobe
think for his play style, he's best suited as that second star.
Dominant big guy.
Like Klay Thompson, Bradley Beal, CJ McCollum, they embrace their roles and they're great at it. But imagine putting CJ McCollum on a team by himself and expecting real things in the Western Conference. That's not going to happen. So I think the Suns, they can be expected to win like 20 games again this season. And unless you pair Devin Booker with a real second star, it's going to be the same exact story in Phoenix. I'm telling y'all, man, those players like Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, even James Harden to a certain extent, they're special because they can actually carry a team. Not a lot of players can do that. Russell,
not by themselves. Every championship team needs a second guy, like to some extent. And I think like to say DeAndre Ayton can't be that is crazy. I mean, James Harden has not been in the finals yet because like his best second guy has been an aging Chris Paul. That's why he has not seen success. Kawhi Leonard, the reason, I say what he did on the Raptors was absolutely amazing, but a big part of it, I will say to some extent, was some injuries out there. But also, Pascal Siakam, most improved player, had a second guy. Kyle Lowry played great. LeBron James, it's like the year he didn't, the year he carried the team to the finals, when he was like 22 or 23 against the Spurs, he got swept. So I don't like that argument. I don't think these guys carry by themselves. I think a big part of it, is like, yeah, they can carry to an extent, but you always need that second guy.
So Westbrook can't do that, so it's no knock on Devin Booker. I would honestly like to see him paired up with the next player on this list, and I'm praying that it happens, DAngelo Russell. Now, I'm kind of upset about this, but let me let y'all hear this clown and what he had to say about D'Angelo the other day.
I want to see who's going to take DAngelo Russell for that money. He's a younger Nick Young. He doesn't play D. He's a me guy. He doesn't play with a high basket.
You know what, man? No damn D'Lo slander gonna be used on here, bro.
Nick Young. D'Angelo's my favorite player, so I got to defend him.
No D'Lo slander
disrespect. Here. When the hell has Nick Young led a team in points and assists? When has he ever led a team that was once a laughingstock not too long ago to the playoffs? When has Nick Young even averaged over 2 assists? Like, it's Nick Young, so him even comparing him to that was completely disrespectful. And he went on to call D'Angelo Russell a me guy, but the Brooklyn Nets just signed Kyrie Irving, arguably the ultimate me guy in the NBA, so I don't understand that. If you look at the Brooklyn Nets last year with that quote-unquote me guy, they have a meme with all the fun they was having on the bench. They loved D'Angelo Russell. They were winning. So I just don't understand. I mean, I know he had that situation with Nick Young like 3 years ago, but as of right now, he's proven that he can be a legit player on a contender. And right now he's on Golden State, and I'm hearing rumblings about him getting traded for Kevin Love and possibly going to Cleveland, a move that I would just be disgusted at because I don't want to see him paired up with Colin Sexton playing in Cleveland. That's not a good place for him to play, in my opinion. Like right now, I just hate the fact that he's a rental, possibly playing for Golden State for maybe 4 months before being moved or something like that. Like, I just hate to see that. D'Angelo Russell, he's possibly going to play on 4 teams in like 3 years. So I just hate to see that for D'Angelo Russell. I want him to find a home because he's a deserving player.
You know what D'Lo reminds me of, actually? Just like his whole situation, like a Chauncey Billups. Because Chauncey Billups, he went to so many teams early on, and all those teams he was always like, he was solid, but it wasn't until he found a place in Detroit, man, that just like embraced him, that he really became a Finals MVP player out there, won a championship. I think D'Lo is going to have a similar thing in his career, guys. I think one of these times he's going to find a home that's really going to embrace him, and magic is going to happen. On the Magic, probably not. The actual Magic, but magic will happen.
I put my head on his body and stuff like that at the end of the videos. But I just want to see him find a home, and I hate the fact that he hasn't. So hopefully he can pair with Devin Booker, maybe KarlAnthony Towns. It's crazy. The last 3 players that I put on this list, they're all like best friends.
I like
and
them
they're
on
all
the
in bad situations, in my opinion. But if you guys like the video, make sure you guys like the video. If I missed.
All right, guys. I mean, that was a pretty good list, I would say. I would say a lot of these guys, do have some unfortunate situations. It's just, that's the thing about the NBA, though. Is like the NBA is so player-driven that if you are in a bad situation, chances are the reason you're in it, for the most part, is because you signed a long-ass term extension, bro. Russell Westbrook, KarlAnthony Towns, players like that. So it's like Kevin Love. They chose to be in that situation. And if you're not like a next-level player, because Kevin Love's no longer like a number 1, number 2 option out there, and you take that much money, it's like, yeah, you're going to be in a bad situation. So, I don't know, guys. I thought this video was very good, though, man. Check out Swish Out, link in the description below. Hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.